right, here is your story from the back of the page. This is Escape in a Sack, Part 3. Little Antoinette and her family were escaping from a country where people didn't like Christians. The little girl was hiding in one of the big sacks their donkey was carrying. The soldiers were riding their horses down the road toward them. Mother and father were praying quietly as the soldiers and their horses came nearer and nearer. In the big sack beside them, little Antoinette was praying too. When the soldiers rode up and stopped right beside them, she felt like crying out loud. But Jesus helped her to keep very still and be as quiet as a mouse. "What's in the sacks?" asked one of the soldiers. One of the soldiers demanded. "Cabbage and other vegetables," Antoinette's father told the soldier. "We take vegetables to the city to sell." Mother and father were very careful not to look at the sack on the side of the donkey where little Antoinette was hiding. One soldier rode very close to the sack. He had a bayonet like a dagger on the end of his gun, and he stuck it in the sack of vegetables. Antoinette and her parents held their breath. What if the soldier decided to stick his bayonet in the sack that on the other side of the donkey too? Oh, how they were praying, and how thankful they were when the soldier said, "You may go now." And then the soldiers and their horses started down the road again. As little Antoinette and her parents went on their way into the city, they thanked Jesus in their hearts over and over for keeping the cruel soldier from killing their precious Antoinette with his bayonet. That rhymes. Finally, they came to the house where their friends who were to help them to the house of their friends who were to help them escape. Their friends were very relieved and happy that they arrived safely. Father quickly took the sacks from the back of their faithful donkey. First, he opened the one in which Antoinette had been hiding, and he let the precious little girl out. Mother was crying for joy. They gave her big hugs and kisses and told her how brave she had been. Along with their good friends, they all thanked Jesus for saving them from their enemies. Antoinette was tired and hungry, but she was happy that Jesus had helped her keep still and quiet. "We are safe," she told her little dolly. Before long, they were on their big ship that would take them to another country. Antoinette and her parents knew that they would never see their dear little home and farm again, but that didn't matter. They would be in a country where they could worship Jesus without being afraid of enemies who didn't know or love him. Antoinette and her parents would never forget the day that she was hidden in this big sack hanging from the back of the donkey. Also, they would never forget how Jesus had helped keep them safe when the enemy soldiers met them on the road that day. And that's the end of our story.